help, I can't fit my images into the frames, or I can't fit new images into the frames. So what's happening here is we should be able to drag any image and replace it into the frame, or replace it into the background where there is a frame present. Edit, undo. However, sometimes we can plop an image in and it just doesn't seem to slide in naturally. It kind of just sits on top like that. This could be one of two reasons. A, you haven't held down the mouse to drag the image over. I'll get rid of this one. So see how here I can drag the image to the back because I'm holding down the mouse, or I can pop it in the foreground. So I'm holding that image as I pull it into where I want it to sit. If I just click on it and then try and hover it over, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. So that's one trick. Another, get rid of those and fix those up after. Another thing that you'll find is sometimes when there's a number of different layers, because each of these is an element and they're layered on top of one another. So this example is I have 1, 2, which is the image, 3, which is the square behind, the grey square behind it, 4, 5 elements in this particular post. So if I was to drag this image here, it fills the background because that's an image and I'm holding down the mouse. I'll let go too soon. Hold it down, fill it in the background. But if I try to fill it in this box at the front, it's not working. It's just sitting on top, even when I have the mouse down. So what's happening here is the layers. This frame here, if I was to position that backward, you'd see this rough kind of edge of the photo, and it doesn't look as nice because we've got a thick side here and a thin side on here. So we want the frame to sit in the foreground so that it looks like it's all the edges are nice and attractive. But that's going to stop us from putting that photo in there because this layer is sitting in the foreground, and the back end of the instructions, so to speak, or the coding of this website would be a protocol in order to drop it into a frame. Now that frame isn't the right kind of frame for an image. It's not an image frame because it's just a frame. So what we want to do is move this one, position it backward, and you should find that that photo drops straight in. And then what you do is position that one backward, and we've got our lovely edge around our image. So that's number 2. Number 3, what you'll need to do, and sometimes this happens for me as well, is the positioning. Some images just, you might be having trouble with them. It might be because something's going on with Canva. It might be that there's some maybe some kind of error with the image. Sometimes we've got to remember that we're dealing with technology and there can be little glitches. But, you know, when we're working on something, we want it to work when we have the time to fix it and in the moment that we're putting it all together. So what you can do is you can look at the frame, look at the frame of where you want the image. We'll pull this one just out to the side here. So I want this kind of square look, but I can position that image here because it's placed there. But if it was just placed on top, what I want to do is pull in from the side and do my best to fit it into the frame that I want. Now, okay, if that image isn't behind there, that's going to look a little bit odd because I want it to be square. I don't want it to be rectangle. So I'm going to pull that out like this and see how I'm getting the same look and feel. They're the 3 different ways that you can play with your images to get them sitting exactly where you want. And I hope that helps. A couple of little workarounds there. All right, as always, drop any comments below if you have an issue or you're struggling with something. I'd love to hear about it so that I can help you really maximize how fantastic this particular program is to get your graphics the way you want them for your marketing material. Good luck. See you next time. Bye.